Okay, I'll just start off and then I'll take any questions you have. Gut-wrenching, heartbreaking loss tonight, disappointing. We did a lot of positive things, played really hard. Proud of my teammates, but obviously, we all have a sick feeling as we head back to Minnesota. So a lot of plays we'd love to have back, and that's kind of the nature of this business when you lose. I'll take any questions you have.
Kirk, to once again, lose by such a small margin, and those types of losses kind of stack up, and just the emotional swings that this game took. What do you do to now keep your guys on track?
Well, that's just the NFL. I mean, you just live that week after week, and you learn to just come right back, and it's business as usual on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever you get back to work. So, this isn't our first rodeo doing that, and we'll approach it the same way we always have. You just be a professional and believe that tough times don't last and tough people do.
In the third, after Dalvin went down, I know you had to regroup, but what happened there where things kind of fell apart for a little bit before you guys came back?
I think it was a combination of factors. We had a couple runs that didn't go. We had a couple passes that didn't go. We had a couple penalties that set us, way back, and we tough field position, and then then we had the interception. So and the fumble, or the incomplete pass fumble that that ends up in the flat. So kind of a combination of things that just all happened that make it tough to stay on the field, convert first downs, and get out of that backed up field position.
Hey, Kirk, I know it is. It's difficult to focus on the positives after the loss, like you said. But can you talk about just what it felt like to really get the offense clicking and spreading the ball around? I think there were like seven different guys that had touches in that first half.
Yeah, I think you all see it too. We have good football players at so many different skill positions, whether it's Rudy or Irv or even, Tyler Conklin. He could have had a touchdown tonight. He was open when we threw the touchdown to Adam. I think about what Alex can do running the football, catching the football. Obviously Dalvin, and you see what, Justin has done. We know what Olabisi can do. Chad Beebe can play. So we had a few more attempts, passing attempts today than we had the first few weeks. But, we believe those guys can make plays. It's just a matter of them getting the opportunities because, when you're running the ball as well as we have been, it, limits the number of attempts. But I have so much confidence in so many different skill position players. And I think the fact that we did spread it around a little bit tonight speaks to that.
Kirk, on that touchdown in the third quarter, the one where you guys cut into their lead, it was a 2-point lead, and you guys go for it instead of kicking the field goal. Was that a designed run for you in that play?
There's options there, based on the look. I don't, I can make the decision. So I saw, an open A gap. Obviously KJ Wright, dropped and came over. But when I made the decision, I felt him on my left and rushing or at least dropping. And so I thought it was me and the safety at the goal line. And if I could just, basically, make contact at the goal line, I could fall in for a touchdown. But then obviously KJ, spilled over and he was really the one who made the play.
Kirk, Coach Zimmer was pretty aggressive on fourth down tonight, including the 4th and 1 at the end. What'd you think of the decision to go for it there instead of taking field goal? Yeah,
I mean, if we get it, then it's obviously, could close out the game. So, hindsight's 20/20, and we don't have the benefit of that. We're making tough decisions. So we had run for roughly 200 yards and needed an inch, and we weren't able to get it. But you just keep going and do the best you can.
Kirk, last year when Dalvin was hurt in Seattle, obviously that was kind of the turning point of that game, and it turned out very differently in a way of that loss than it was tonight. The way that you guys were able to kind of overcome that with Madison, and especially that drive that started at the 3, at the end of the third quarter. And then, to where that was, you guys scored the 6-yard touchdown, something like that. What does that teach you just about, I guess, the resiliency of your offense, that you guys were backed all the way up in your own territory and you were still able to overcome that?
Yeah, I mean, I was, fully expecting that we were going to get back in the game, make a series of plays to do that. It was great to be able to, do it in the third quarter and put that drive together. It was certainly a long drive, as you mentioned, and, was able to string several plays together, runs, play actions, drop backs, kind of a combination. And, I was certainly proud of our guys for that drive. I thought Gary did a great job with the play calling as well.
Kirk, after the game, Russell had mentioned how just the games between you and he are always crazy, dating back to when he was at Wisconsin, you were at Michigan State, that it just seems to match up that way. And once again tonight, right?
Yeah, we've had some great games through the years, and hopefully we'll still be playing a long time from now and be able to add more to this number we've played. But at the same time, I'd like to be on the winning end of more than I have been as of late.
Couple more for Kirk.
Kirk, Eric Wilson and everyone else, they've been saying they like this team. We're right there. We can be a winning team. We're just half a step behind. And it's so, you can't get frustrated. It's so important to stay positive. Where do you feel this team is right now? And especially morale-wise that way?
Yeah, I would agree with Eric and others. When I look around our locker room, I don't see guys who are a problem. And you'd be surprised at, how often that can be the case in a locker room, or you have certain guys who are, just haven't figured it out. I feel like, in our locker room, just as people, the way they work, the way they, serve their teammates, the way they play, I down to the very last guy, I just feel really good about our group. At the end of the day, what matters is wins and losses, and we have to, have a better record than we do right now. But I would agree with them, and you believe that the character of those guys will eventually, will show through and put us over the hump. And that's why, among other reasons why you get back and are optimistic about moving forward.
Kirk, I imagine it's an unsettling feeling when you're standing on the sideline at the end and Russell Wilson is, on the other side driving for the win. What was that like tonight? Having it come down to the final play.
Yeah, you're helpless at that point, just watching. I think you're more just aware of the clock and the situation in terms of if they score with a minute left, that's a different plan of attack than if they score with 15 seconds left, and then judging how many timeouts do we still have. So you're just staying dialed in as far as, what is the situation. And obviously if they get the 2-point conversion, a field goal ties. If they don't, a field goal wins. So just trying to be aware of the fluid situation that plays out. But you hate to put it in the defense's hands like that, because as an offense, you want to be able to make the plays and not ask them to have to, get that stop. And, we'd love to be there on the field, making it happen at the end.